$100 cash back. So don't miss this, the National Chrysler-Plymouth Sale.
Cool nights. How long will they last? Join me on Nightcast.
Liz, the Elizabeth Taylor story continues, starring Sherilyn Fenn and William McNamara.
Yes, that's the way we like it, love. Diamonds on the front page and bad reviews in the back.
Bob Sagal won $200,000 playing the Monopoly game at McDonald's, while Joe Harrington Jr. won $25,000.
Hold it! So many people have been playing and winning the Monopoly game that many McDonald's are out of game pieces. But you can still be a winner. Because you made the Monopoly game such a big success, we're giving you a supersized thanks. Now through Thursday, May 25th, buy an extra value meal and we'll supersize it free. That's right, free.
Have you had your break today?
Introducing the Comfort Collection. Sofas and chairs stuffed with so much comfort, you may want to settle in till next spring. The Comfort Collection from Ethan Allen. Come see what's on sale.
Soap can dry. Noxzema conditions for healthy-looking skin. As the hands of time run through your hair, the clock ticks. As the winds of change blow through it, the clock ticks. Now you can battle the harsh effects of the environment with the power of natural botanicals in Biolage Hydrating Shampoo. So the winds of change are calmed, so the hands of time lose their grip. Until the world is a safer place for your hair, there's Biolage.
Biolage Hydrating Shampoo by Matrix, only in fine salons.
He captured our hearts.
My name's Forrest Gump.
Now you can bring him home.
I'm home, Mama.
No.
Forrest Gump, the best picture of the year. Bring your copy home today.
I'm using Pam, the only leading all-natural cooking spray to cook a low-fat feast. Pam is all-natural. It doesn't change the flavor of my good food. To me, it's worth it for good eating. Pam.
The last time we were here was when I proposed. 10 years. It seems like only yesterday. I told you then how much I loved you, and nothing's changed.
The Diamond Anniversary Band. On your 10th, show her you'd marry her all over again.
Tuesday, the wait is over. A special 1-hour Wings. Joe and Helen in the must-see wedding of the year.
The beginning of our life together.
The perfect day. Except the bride's got a mustache. The guests are going wild. And the ring's in the toilet.
I gotta use a can.
Then, the season finale of Frasier.
It must be a blackout.
Thank goodness for 2 well-trained psychiatrists.
There's no need to panic.
Need place to die.
Followed by the season finale of Larroquette with Fresh Prince's Karen Parsons. Must-see TV, NBC Tuesday.
They called him the king and kept his secrets until now.
We conceal a lot.
Shocking new information from Elvis's closest friends. Dateline NBC Tuesday.
Wednesday, Houdini astonished the world with death-defying magic. Now, today's best magicians perform his most dangerous illusions. A woman chained faces death. A man shackled in a water-filled tank. A daredevil nailed in a coffin with explosives. A new death-defying special, unlocking Houdini's secrets. NBC Wednesday, 8, 7 Central.
Back in the 5th grade, I had a favorite school pastime. Teacher torture. Poor Mrs. Schuldenfrei. I left fake vomit on her desk, set off stink bombs at lunch, painted the class hamster light blue, and the thing was, I liked Mrs. Schuldenfrei, and she liked me. And I learned a lot that year. So, to all the teachers who helped kids learn in spite of themselves, thanks. And to Mrs. Schuldenfrei, did you ever find those dead frog parts?
Here's the latest for health-conscious Americans, a new bed. Introducing Sealy's most advanced Posturepedic ever for the back support you need. Now, the only foundation made from steel beams, not wood, is redesigned to be even stronger. Now, Sealy has a more sensitive sense and respond coil system. And its patented sensory arm senses and cushions your movement, then responds to your weight with increasing support. Correct support. Good news for your back. Posturepedic support, only from Sealy.
Don't lie about your age. Defy it.
Makeup can make you look older by settling into fine lines. Revlon age-defying makeup has color particles wrapped in moisturizers, so it floats above fine lines.
Don't lie about your age. Defy it.
I'm 54 years old, and I still eat Kellogg's Frosted Flakes.
Brave adults challenge the notion that Frosted Flakes cereal is just for kids.
I eat them, and I love them. There. What's so hard about that? This is only going to be seen late at night, right? Oops.
Dolores. Has anybody seen Dolores? Oh, never mind.
The sweet crunch of Kellogg's Frosted Flakes have the taste adults have grown to love. They're great.
I love him. Don't you just love him?
Who has time for a healthy lunch? With Nestlé Sweet Success, you do. Each low-fat shake has the protein of a chicken salad sandwich and more calcium than this yogurt, plus the very best chocolate taste. Nestlé Sweet Success. For lunch.
If kids haven't been serious about brushing, maybe it's because they've never had a serious toothbrush. Presenting the Reach Wonder Grip for kids, with a nice wide handle that's easy for them to grip. A state-of-the-art rubber thumb guide to help ensure proper brushing. And a squiggly angled neck to clean even those hard-to-reach back teeth. Which is why brushing with the Reach Wonder Grip toothbrush is quite seriously a super way for kids to brush. From Johnson & Johnson.
Liz, the Elizabeth Taylor story will return following these messages.
After 5 years of the toughest cases, 5 years of the toughest suspects.
Give me a name, I'll make an arrest.
The end of an era. Detective Logan's last case.
So what do you think will happen to him?
The one-season finale you never expected. NBC's Law & Order, all new Wednesday.
This is a News 6 Newsbrief.
Good evening, I'm Ken Murphy.
I'm Frances Weller. Coming up on News 6 Nightcast, a detailed plan to ship more spent nuclear fuel rods through North and South Carolina met with stern criticism from environmental groups in Wilmington tonight.
And police charge a Southport man with kidnapping the son of a missing woman. Join us for these stories and more news. George Elliott's forecast, and Bill Zedites has Roosters baseball and more sports on Nightcast.
The more you compare Buick with the competition, the more the competition doesn't compare with Buick. During Buick Qualidays, Buick-to-dealer incentives and direct-to-you cash are on the table. Climb into the cockpit of this totally redesigned Regal and ask yourself, why would you possibly pay up to $4,000 more for a Camry or Maxima? So if you're looking for a new car, put the Carolina Buick dealers on your shopping list. Buick Qualidays, a sales event on quality, is the best sale of all.
This morning's toast, sponsored by Jeff Cole. This afternoon's facts, brought to you by Sherry Winslow. Tonight's movie of the week, courtesy of Dawn Guy. Today, like every other day, is brought to you by the men and women of CP&L, dedicated to making sure the power's there when you need it. The evening's goodnight kiss and sweet dreams, all made possible by Robert Brinkley. CP&L, the people behind the power.
You probably know Chrysler Cirrus is Motor Trend's Car of the Year. What you may not know is Cirrus beats the best in class. Accord, Contour, Ultima, and delivers more. Cirrus LX is $4,330 less than Accord. Cirrus is roomier. Remote keyless entry, V6, and anti-lock brakes are standard on base Cirrus, not on base Accord. Motor Trend went looking for the most significant vehicle in the market. They found it. Test drive Chrysler Cirrus at your local Chrysler and Plymouth dealer.
We can control any bug problem, and nobody offers a better guarantee. Call now before things get carried away. Nobody bugs bugs like Terminix.
Nightcast at 11 o'clock, so you will know.
Liz, The Elizabeth Taylor story continues, starring Sherilyn Fenn and William McNamara.
And what do you do, Larry?
I move earth.
I'll bet.
Let's get that calf Brandon back to the herd.
Poor little darling.
If your soft drink routine just doesn't work for you anymore, maybe all it needs is a new brand. One that's fresh and clean.
How'd that happen?
7-Up, the Un-Cola. When you've got a taste for Un, there's only one.
You take care of that calf?
Yes, sir, you bet.
Good.
So anyway, these two farmers walk into the hardware store. Stop me if you heard this.
Let me tell you about the Stetson man. Once was a legend of the American land. No matter if he's a city boy, deep in his soul, he's a born cowboy. He's a Stetson man.
Hey, darling, how about some pool covers, please? And tanning equipment, too. 1-inch nails, tons of rope, and these storage bins are cute. You'll be the first place I'll always try, 'cause hardware now has a softer side. Come see the softer side of Sears.
Ships ahoy! Chips ahoy! 1,000 chips delicious!
Chunky Chips Ahoy!
Chips ahoy! Chocolate chunks delicious!
Dad moved here after the Army. I knew working for him wasn't going to be easy, and he didn't disappoint me. A while ago, he started getting these pains. He'd take a couple of Tylenol or Advil and carry on, but at the end of the day, they weren't enough. So we called the doctor, who said to try a leave.
Fast-acting form of the medicine in Neprosyn. Even I know Neprosyn.
Top prescription brand for years. Aleve lasts longer than extra-strength Tylenol. In fact, at the end of the day, it's stronger relief than a dose of Advil. So Dad tried it. If he wants something to work better, you change the parts. Aleve was all he needed. He's a great father, even though he's a pain in the neck.
Isn't she sweet?
Aleve. All day strong, all day long.
Later on The Tonight Show, nobody does Don Rickles like Don Rickles.
We get to see Jay Leno try to eat with that funny chin.
By the way, how do you eat? Apparently not as well as you.
And nobody does Bill Clinton like Phil Hartman.
I will in hell.
Plus, from Melrose Place, Courtney Thorne-Smith, followed by an all-new Conan, NBC Tonight.
They called him the king and kept his secrets until now.
We conceal a lot.
Shocking new information from Elvis's closest friends. Dateline NBC Tuesday.
The television events this week on NBC. Tomorrow, Joe and Helen in the must-see wedding of the year.
The beginning of our life together.
The perfect day, except the bride's got a mustache. The guests are going wild, and the ring's in the toilet.
I gotta use a can.
The 1-hour Wings wedding, NBC tomorrow. And NBC Wednesday, Houdini astonished the world with death-defying magic. Now, today's best magicians perform his most dangerous illusions. A woman in chains faces death. A man shackled in a water-filled tank, and more. A new death-defying special. Unlocking Houdini secrets. Wednesday, 8, 7 Central. Then later Wednesday, after 5 years of the toughest cases. 5 years of the toughest suspects.
Give me a name, I'll make an arrest.
The end of an era for one of New York's finest. Detective Logan's last case.
So what do you think will happen to him?
The one season finale you never expected. NBC's Law and Order, all new Wednesday. Wings wedding tomorrow. Houdini's magic and Law and Order season finale Wednesday. The events on NBC.
Coming up on News 6 Nightcast, some suits from D.C. were in town tonight talking and listening about spent fuel rods, nuclear ones, coming through the port city again. And the rest of the news, weather, and sports. That's coming up at 11.
Does it feel like summer's been taken away from our kids? And how are we going to protect them? Avon Skin So Soft Sun Care Plus guards them from the dangers of summer. It's a big bad bug repellent derived from plants with a moisturizing waterproof sunblock, and it's guaranteed. So give them back this summer with Skin So Soft Sun Care Plus. Call your representative or 1-800-4AVON.
People everywhere are winning playing the Monopoly game.
You made the Monopoly game such a big success that many McDonald's have run out of game pieces. So as a supersized thanks, now through Thursday, May 25th, buy an extra value meal and get free supersizing.
The toughest test of any fabric softener is hanging clothes up to dry. But Downy softness can make a difference. Mid-priced brands can leave clothes feeling stiffer. Downy gives your clothes a softer, fluffy feel. Come on into the most fluffy softness. Come on into Downy.
Just think, a whole week at the lake.
And it's allergy season.
All that fishing.
All that ragweed.
Spring in the air.
Water in my eyes.
Awake with the sun.
Awake with sinus pain.
Need strong relief that's better than the allergy medicine doctors have prescribed most? Then try Tylenol Allergy Sinus.
Hey, maybe we can stay an extra week.
Tylenol Allergy Sinus. Powerful relief without a prescription.
Tomorrow, it's wedding bells for Joe and Helen on Wings. But who would have thought it possible in the beginning?
Helen, of course not. Are you kidding me? Look at that body. Brian, how can you think of her that way? She's practically family. She's like a baby sister. Yeah, you're right. I think it's time I gave that little tyke a bath.
This is what the 5.5 seasons have been pointing to, the marriage of Joe and Helen.
I think we have such a chemistry.
Like a petri dish. It's a marriage that